What is good, guys and gals, and welcome to the Films and Pixels podcast, episode 53. I'm your host, Afif. Thank you so much for tuning in and any sort of platform that you like to use, whether it's YouTube, El-Jamil, Spotify, or so forth. So I did prepare just a few topics for today, but I am excited to cover them and just give my thoughts and opinions on them. But yeah, for this episode, I'm just gonna keep it short, straight, to the point. But it's mostly a gaming episode with a movie review. So I'm just gonna talk about an update on GTA 6, plus Microsoft announcing price increase on their Xbox products, and a movie review of the Thunderbolts, MCU Thunderbolts movie, which is the final Phase 5 movie before later this year, Fantastic Four. But we'll talk about Thunderbolts. I'll review Thunderbolts soon. But yeah, I don't want to waste any more time. I just want to say thank you. If you haven't subscribed before, please do so. Any sort of comments is good for the engagement, so I still do appreciate it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get going. Okay, first topic, Rockstar Games announced an update regarding Grand Theft Auto 6. It's not the one everyone was hoping or expecting. They did announce a delay on their official website. So yeah, they did release a statement saying, "Hi everyone, Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to release May 26, 2026. We are very sorry that this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding a new Grand Theft Auto has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every game we have released, the goal has been to try and exceed your expectations. And Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect and deserve. We look forward to sharing more information with you soon. Sincerely, Rockstar Games." Let me just reiterate the first sentence of the second paragraph. With every game we have released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. So I just want to repeat that line again. So yeah, that's the major point. That's the major announcement. Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out May 26, 2026 for the current gen platforms of PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Series S, Windows, and obviously nothing new about Nintendo Switch 2. Although GTA on Nintendo, not really a thing. But yeah, look, it's clear that GTA 6 will be super expensive. If GTA 6 will likely cost more than the development of Grand Theft Auto 5, and really Grand Theft Auto 5 has more than surpassed and exceeded all the expectations, becoming one of the top 5, top 2 best-selling gaming consoles of all time, best-selling games of all time. Still played whether in single player, multiplayer, even 2 generations later, getting re-released, GTA 5 out first in 2013 and then out I think a year later or early 2015 for PS4, Xbox One, and then got a enhanced edition release for PS5, Xbox Series for the 4K and the ray tracing, 60 FPS and so forth. So yeah, GTA 6, it has a lot to deliver. If we're talking about a game that is still talked about today, and there's always these jokes and memes oh, this and that happened before GTA 6, this and that occurred before GTA 6. It's sort of a funny meme, sort of funny running joke how all these sort of things, all these sort of situations have happened before the release of the Grand Theft Auto 6. That just tells you the hype. While it's just meant to be humorous, it just tells you the hype surrounding GTA 6. But that doesn't mean you should be discouraged about the games that are coming out this year. Soon this month, Doom, The Dark Ages. And look, there are lots of games. I just don't have them in my mind. The Outer Worlds 2, Borderlands 4, Ghost of Yotai, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach. Just a few examples. And of course, maybe Battlefield 6 or another Call of Duty game, and of course the EA Sports FC and NBA 2K, WWE 2K likely, and there's going to be more. There's some games just not in my mind and now available, like, Clear Obscure, Expedition 33 already called a possible Game of the Year contender. So there's really a lot of games to look forward to this year still. And it should still be an exciting year for new games while we all wait for GTA 6. And you know what? GTA 6 would have severely impacted those other games in terms of sales and reviews and popularity, marketing. So with GTA 6 coming next year, at least now, like, we know it'll be the big game of next year while we don't know what else could come in 2026. Okay, just to stay on the gaming side here, transitioning from Rockstar Games to Microsoft. Ooh, this is a tough one for Xbox gamers because they announced a price increase of their consoles and accessories, and especially for the first party games. It shouldn't be surprising. As I said, market conditions, obviously the Trump tariffs, part of the reason, and the rising cost of development. But I mean, it's just a strange situation after Nintendo had to sort of increase the price of their Switch 2 product accessories, even though the games and the actual Switch 2 console still has the same price. So yeah, details I have regarding like Xbox prices. The Series S that had the 512 gigabytes, that was the cheapest one. So it was from $300 now to $379.99 or $380. The Series S with 1 terabyte from $350 to $430. Series X digital, 500 to 450 to 550. And the Series X, the regular one that like was packaged with 1 terabyte and disk drive, from 500 to 600. And the 2 terabyte Galaxy Black from 600 to 730. $730 for the Xbox Series S 2 terabyte Galaxy Edition. That's even higher than the PlayStation 5 Pro. And the Pro is more powerful than the Series X. That is also insane. And yeah, there are prices for like the controllers, like the controller core, and like from $60 to like $65, or like special editions or limited editions from like $75 to like $90. And the wireless series, Elite, the Xbox Elite gamepads that have like customizable buttons and back buttons, from like 140 to like 150, and another version. There's like core and full, but like core 140, 150, and then the full version from 160 to like 200. Yo, and even the Xbox headset from like 60 to like $65, and stereo headset and like wireless headset, shouldn't be shocking, like even more expensive, to 110 to 120. But yeah, like if you wanted to see the full list, you can find them online, knowing the prices of the Xbox products, and even first party Xbox games going up to $80 now. Yo, insane. I mean, look, man. I mean, there are a lot of great games that are coming out, a lot of great games that have been coming out over the last few years. But look, man, I agree with the complaints. I don't want to call this the worst generation because I don't think it's over yet. It's clearly not over. I'm not sure if it will be over by 2027 or maybe 2028 or 2029. But I think, in my opinion, this is becoming the most expensive gaming generation. This is beyond insane. And look, as much as I want to be excited about the PS5, I mean, dude, okay, maybe around the $400 range, but topic of PS5, that's a different time. This right now, Xbox, because this is insane. I mean, like even Xbox increased the prices of their products. Sony had to do the same for their PlayStation 5 in Europe and Asian territories. And of course, like we saw the situation with Nintendo. Something has to give. Like we all need second or third jobs now if we want to be able to play and afford these products. So this is insane. I mean, look, honestly, like if I never had Xbox, but if I wanted to seriously have Xbox, maybe I'd pick like the Series S 1 terabyte if I just wanted to play casually. Or, as some people would say, forget about it. Just get a gaming PC, get a gaming laptop with a gamepad. Just get the games from Epic or Steam, because especially Steam, they give generous, and I mean amazing, amazing prices when they do discounts. Like games that would be like $40 could be even as low as like $10, for example. Their discounts on occasions are generous. And yeah, Epic does the same. Plus, Epic still gives games for free every Thursday. So yeah, I mean now like gaming PC, yes, gaming laptops can be expensive, but the entry to PC gaming is at least easier to get into, especially when using different apps. So that's the situation we are in 2025, and it could be the same going forward. This is the reality of the situation. What can we do about it? Okay, away from the gaming world right now, and I do want to review Thunderbolts, the latest Marvel Studios movie that came out just recently. The first, no, actually, second MCU in 2025, after like 2-3 months ago, Captain America Brave New World. So, amazing cast in this one. Wyatt Russell, Florence Pugh, Julia Dreyfus Louise, Hannah John Kamen, David Harbour. Just trying to remember a few cast members I don't want to dispel. Lewis Pullman, I think that's his name. He plays a character named Bob, but I'll get into that. Listen, of course, as you'd expect, like, I thought it would be a lot similar to Suicide Squad. I mean, look, obviously Marvel saw the success of the Suicide Squad in 2021 and thought, let's do something similar. They sort of did, but it's not like someone bringing these bad guys together. Do this, or else, if you do this, you get your freedom, or else sort of thing. No, it's more of a situation they found themselves being played by a by a person of common interest, and find themselves working together for a common good. But really, like, yes, of course, there is action, but what really surprised me about this movie, it actually does a good job of dealing with themes of anxiety, depression, addiction, loneliness, and mental health. It really does that, especially with really the character. While all these characters have sort of inner demon problems, it does a good job with, especially the who I think is the main star of Yelena, played by Lawrence Pugh, especially like years later, no longer Natasha around, and has dealt with loneliness and depression and some level of self-pity, and just wished, the David Harbour's character, known as the Red Guardian, like really wished he was there as sort of like this father figure. But even he has dealt with some form of self-pity and loneliness, and how it's really interesting how these characters like relate to each other. So I thought that was really cool. And especially like, and of course, Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character, Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, she has some sort of like inner demons and tragic past of her own. Yes, she is like an antagonist, but sort of like this, I don't want to call her criminal mastermind, but corrupt mastermind politician sort of person, with conducting illegal experiments for the common good, but really would, threatening her to be impeached by Supreme Court sort of situation. So I'm trying not to spoil too much here. I still think it's worth watching because it's really interesting, especially like I thought like how the third act as well. I really liked how they dealt with, I don't know if you want to call him the Sentry, the main villain, the main antagonist, because he's more secondary to me. Like, I thought it's just really cool. Anyway, and yeah, I want to mention, of course, Sebastian Stan coming back as Bucky Barnes. He had a short political career as congressman, finds himself back in action and, teaming up with the other characters, sort of the Thunderbolts. I thought the Thunderbolts asterisk was a smart marketing move for what happens at the end. So yeah, I really like how like this Bob character, he worked at some sort of restaurant, had a meth addiction problems, volunteered at a Malaysia testing center for some sort of enhancement drugs or whatever. And just like he feels lost and confused. He has dealt with a tragic past of his own. And I just really thought, like, I liked how, like, even those characters sort of related to each other, and how, like, even how Yelena tried to, like, not come close to him, but really tried to be his friend. And it was clear that this Allegra Valentina was using him for her own good, for her own purposes. So I really liked how in the third act, again, I'll try not to spoil too much, like this dark, ugly void that was spreading. Okay, let me rephrase that. This darkness that he was spreading, they needed to go inside his inner demon. Like, they needed to help him fight his own turmoil, his own inner demons, to deal with his own problem of mental health and addiction and depression. And I really liked how that was done in a way. I really liked how, yes, there was sort of like this, oh my God, New York City is in trouble again, sort of third act moment, like big, bad problem. But it was done in a way where there was like this huge, like, scene stealing fight. It was more like inner turmoil, like, inner working sort of fight. Does that make sense? Like, just fight, like, help Bob fight the darkness that is within him, and have the support of the Thunderbolts team to help him overcome his depression and his anxiety and fight his own mental health struggles. So I thought that was really cool. And I liked what happened in the end. And of course, I'm not going to spoil by accident any post-credit scene, but this is an excellent movie. Yes, at points it may seem like by the threads, but by the formula MCU film, but the themes of mental health, depression, and addiction, I thought, okay, so it's not a perfect depiction of mental health, but for the characters that they deal with, and especially with Yelena really being the main star, and all the other characters, they did a good job. I liked Wyatt Russell coming back as John Walker again. I thought that was really cool. And it's nice to see Hannah John Kamen as Ghost, another chance to shine as a different version of this character. And there was also a cameo of another villain. I wish it was a bit longer than what we got, but hey, it is what it is. I won't spoil it. But yeah, this villain, like, marketed, but not really there for much. So that was really my only disappointment. I would have liked to see this character more, but it was just really more so like a cameo appearance of sort. But yeah, like, that's really pretty much it. Like, again, if you're an MCU fan, go watch it. I still recommend this movie. This is a recommended movie. I know there are some good films in the cinema. I know that there's also Sinners from Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan available. So yeah, go watch that as well. I haven't seen it yet, but I still say, like, go watch that as well. But with that aside, like, in terms of available movies in the theater, yes, please go see Thunderbolts. Clearly, it's a success right now. I think it's a must-watch MCU film. One of the better Marvel Studios films in quite some time. So yes, Thunderbolts, I recommend. All right, guys and gals, that pretty much does it. Pretty much wraps it up for the Films and Pixels podcast, episode 33. Thank you, guys and gals, so much for tuning in and watching this episode from beginning to end. I really do appreciate the support. Please comment, like, share. Any sort of form of engagement is really good for this show, for this series. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. It really, really does mean a lot to me. Just, any sort of engagement, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you like the topics I spoke about. I do appreciate it, but yeah. So, good day and good night.